The first $100,000, that's the mountain every investor must climb. Not because the system is rigged or because the government takes too much, but because at the start you have no capital, no momentum. You're not running a business. You are pushing a heavy cart uphill with your bare hands. Every dollar you earn comes from sweat, not leverage. It's all effort and no acceleration. Everyone dreams of compound growth, that magical curve that turns small savings into fortunes. But the truth is brutal. Compounding only works if there's something to compound. You can't multiply what doesn't exist. That's why the early years feel endless. Bills, responsibilities, emergencies, they all eat at your savings before they ever get a chance to grow. When I was young, I didn't fantasize about being a billionaire. I just wanted to see 5 digits in my bank account and keep it there. Life had other plans. Rent, repairs, family, reality. It hits hard, and it hits early. And yet, that's the grind every successful investor endures. The rich aren't playing the same game. They already have chips on the table. You're still trying to buy your seat. That's what makes the first $100 K the hardest. Because you're working with muscle, not money. You save a bit, then a crisis comes. You make progress, then a setback wipes it out. But the moment you finally cross that invisible line, 100,000, everything begins to change. The money starts helping. It finally fights alongside you, not against you. 10% on a $100 K isn't life-changing yet, but it's enough to make you realize this. Your capital can now work while you rest. That's why Munger called it the most important financial milestone of your life. It's not intelligence that gets you there. It's discipline. The first $100 K might take a decade. The next $100 K will take half that time. And by the time you reach $500,000, you'll wonder how that first step ever felt impossible. Hard work alone doesn't build wealth. If sweat alone made you rich, every laborer would be a millionaire. Wages feed survival, but they don't compound. Effort ends when you stop working. Capital doesn't sleep. That's the difference. I watched people who worked twice as hard, yet never escaped the paycheck cycle. Their income vanished the moment the shift ended. They never built capital, the only worker that never gets tired. Capital doesn't demand rest or vacations or appreciation. It just multiplies quietly, if you let it. Until you own capital, you're still a laborer. Raises, promotions, even new jobs can't change that truth. Inflation steals your progress. Taxes take their share, and your body can only endure so much. That's why the climb to $100 K is a war of endurance, not intelligence. You're clawing your way out of dependency, building the first pile of money that earns its own keep. Most people give up too early. They save $5,000, see a $500 return, and think it's pointless. So they buy the phone, the trip, the car, because at least that feels like something. But compounding only rewards those who survive the boring years. The years when your effort seems invisible. That's the toll gate to wealth. The market doesn't bend for impatience. You have to earn the right to see compounding work. At first, it's microscopic. Then one day, your capital earns as much as you save. A year later, it earns more than you save. That's when people call you lucky. It's not luck, it's persistence measured in years. The fastest way to stay broke is to raise your lifestyle every time your income rises. Most do. They reward themselves too soon. A better car, a bigger flat, a vacation they can't sustain. They call it living a little. But it's really hitting the brakes right before the finish line. Because if you spend every raise, you'll never cross the $100 K mark. Wealth is arithmetic, not illusion. Spend less than you earn, save the difference, and let time do the heavy lifting. But simplicity is the hardest discipline. Lawyers, doctors, executives, I've seen them all earn 6 figures and live one disaster away from broke. Appearances don't compound. Savings do. Forget what neighbors think. Forget what your colleagues drive. The game is played in silence. It's the numbers growing where nobody's watching. Your wealth isn't the car in the driveway, it's the money you didn't touch. Capital is leverage. It tilts the board in your favor. 100K earning 10% makes 10K a year. The same as a small part-time job you never have to show up for. That's freedom, not luxury. It's the difference between sleeping in peace and sweating through every bill. Once you have capital, the rules of life change. You can take risks others can't. You can say no when others must say yes. You can wait for opportunity instead of chasing it. That's the real power of that first $100 K. But don't mistake momentum for mastery. Many people reach 100K and then lose it because discipline got them there, but arrogance threw it away. They chase shiny stocks, gamble on options, or reward themselves with the very capital that was meant to free them. The market humbles pride faster than gravity. Debt is the enemy of compounding. It's compound interest running backward. While your assets sleep, your debts grow wide awake. I've seen smart people destroyed by impatience, borrowing for greed, spending for image, believing rules don't apply to them. Munger's wisdom was never about being brilliant. It was about avoiding stupidity. Avoid the traps, the car loans, the lifestyle creep, the ego. Don't hand compounding to the bank. Keep it for yourself. The formula for wealth is simple but not easy. Spend less than you make. Invest the rest. Repeat for a decade. Ignore noise. Ignore envy. Ignore the urge to quit. One day your money will earn more than your job. That's the turning point. That's when you stop being a worker and become an owner. Your dollars turn into employees that never complain, never rest, and never call in sick. They compound for you. That's the moment every disciplined investor lives for, and it all begins with that first $100 K. Get there any honest way you can. Cut costs, build income, stay focused, because until you cross that line, you're not even in the real game. The climb is brutal. The reward is freedom, and freedom, like compound interest, only reveals itself to those who endure long enough to see it.